Hello there, my name is ChrisTenarium, and today I am playing Blue Rose. This is a game by White Cat Games. Now, there's a story vaguely sort of behind this as to why I'm playing it. Someone suggested it, yes, very well done, but I have a friend called Ma, and she's into otome games. She suggested this a long time ago, and she's a complete otome freak and said it was rather good. Now, she is also quite picky, so saying that something is good is a mark-up and a merit in my books. So, without further ado, let's get cracking, shall we not? It came out of nowhere. Boom. Something which goes boom generally doesn't come out of nowhere. You have a few minutes of warning unless you're asleep. Ah! Watch out, to your left. Chaos breaks out. There is a loud crashing sound and the scream of someone close by. The ground shakes beneath our feet and makes my heart skip a beat. Is that a deliberate rhyme? Look, something's just gone boom and here you are trying to be a poet? Damn you! Doesn't piss around this game, does it though? Gets straight into the action. The terrible menacing presence of something hostile washes over me, and I spin around to see the cause of this disaster. How could I have not noticed this? How did something like this sneak up on us? Yes! I share the same sentiment! Something which goes boom, which is sentient and alive, is probably something you should be noticing. I see the source of the scream lying beneath the claws of the beast, blood on the ground below it. The monster thrashes on without hesitation, continuing its attack on our group. Adelaide? Protect Lady Adelaide! I'm almost definitely saying that wrong, but I'm not saying fucking Adelaide. I yell this above the noise of the chaotic fighting while trying to locate the woman who we are supposed to keep out of harm's way. Look, if you're 3 or 4 humans, and it gets to the point where you're asked to protect someone, and a dragon shows up, you just run! Like, well, we're supposed to protect you, but that thing has just killed someone. I'm leaving! Fuck that, fuck bravery. I see her little waist behind me, desperately trying not to fall off her panicked horse. Yeah, she is one misplacement of her foot to falling a good 100 feet or so. Keep together, Lena, get Lady Adelaide away from here. I make her way towards the woman, my eyes fixed on the giant monsters looming above us. The dragon opens its jaws, letting out another deafening roar before crushing into another couple of soldiers with its tail, then turns its head towards Adelaide. Our horse finally stops in its tracks, its forelegs stiffly planted in the ground, while it stares back at the predator. I can see it shake with fear, while its hind legs alarmingly close to the edge of the cliff. She's trapped. Is it that subtle music loop? Well, is it a magic horse? Can we jump over it? Is it a flying horse? We can fly over the dragon. If not, well, I think we failed our assignment. Damn. I lean forward and attempt to come between the dragon and Lady Adelaide? Yeah, I keep wanting to say Adelaide, but that's not it. Adelaide before it strikes. That is definitely something stupid. Is this me here? Didn't realize I was Elizabeth from BioShock. I reach her just in time, twisting around to face the monster just as it attacks. Another Templar steps up by my side to help me get the woman into safety. Roar! There, that's as menacing a roar as I can do, alright? If you want more menacing than that, then go fucking listen to Harry Potter. There's a dragon in that. He tries to dodge as the dragon snaps his jaws at him, but is instead caught in the next strike from its claw. He lets out a small cry before getting crushed beneath it. Ouch. The dragon moves forwards again before I can see what happened to him. You don't want to see. The battleground is chaotic as the dragon fights back with quick and measured movements. The others try to attack its flank as I am the last one standing between the beast and the Adelaide. There is an ominous sucking sound as the dragon inhales, about to unleash a fire attack towards us. It's about to breathe fire. Yep, definitely at this point I would just run. I mean, even if you stand in front of her, she's still going to be brown. Well, no, yeah, she's going to be brown toast pretty fucking soon. Another of the Templars lets out a cry and stabs his glowing sword into the dragon's thigh. Letting out a yelp of pain and surprise, the neck of the dragon jerks back. It lets out a puff of fire into the air. Everyone down here, I can feel the heat from the mist attack. Shit. How does that work for a dragon if it goes to breathe out fire but then can't? Is it like that time when you're inhaling from a cigarette, someone says something funny and you just end up coughing in a fit? Because if it is, we have advantage here! Angrily, the dragon moves its attention back towards the attacker. This is my chance. I leap forward, hoping to get a blow in, but the dragon reacts way too fast. As it twists its body around to improve its standing, another claw lashes out to brush me aside. Quickly readying my sword, the impact between claw and steel fills my ears. Again, there was a very subtle music loop there. Did you guys and girls hear it? Cut! I stagger backwards from the blow, trying to create some distance between me and my enemy and to take note of the situation. To take note of the situation? The person you're supposed to be protecting is about to fall off a cliff. There is a massive dragon with abs nonetheless. Christ, the fucking effect Twilight's having on people. People won't like a dragon unless it's got abs on it. But I can assess this situation. It's going pretty piss poor. We are not winning. This isn't good. Yep, well done. I'm getting tired and the dragon is just too powerful. I cast a glance at the Templar lying on the ground near me. Is he dead? Adelaide. I take another quick look around to try and confirm her location, but before I notice something else. The dragon lunges forward once again, but this time the target is another knight on the battleground. It's Simon. No! My mind freezes as the dragon lowers his claws on the man holding up his sword in an attempt to defend himself. Before I know it, I rush forwards in a desperate attempt to help, but I only manage to take one step before a smashing pain hits me from the side. The tail of the dragon strikes me like a hammer, my head goes blank, and I feel the ground disappearing beneath my feet. Did we fall off the mountain, or is this some sort of metaphor? Let's pray for once, ever, that it might be a metaphor, and we haven't just died. My sense of up and down is lost as I sail through the air, the wind blowing against my face. What? But before I can finish the thought, my head is struck by something hard. Is the dragon just adding injury to defeat? He's already smacked us with his tail, but he's like, meh, may as well finish the job now I'm here. Better not. My head hurts. No, my entire body, I can hardly move. Yes, you've been struck rather hard, but well done. Cold fear crawl up my spine as the memory of what happened slowly returns to me. The monsters, the others. I force my eyes open and try to move my arms so I can push myself up from the ground. Where am I? As I move my body upwards, pain shoots through my head, and with a moan I touch it with my hand. My hair is wet and sticky. Oh, God. I don't want to know what the dragon did afterwards. Crap. I see my own blood on the ground where I was lying. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. I rise to my feet and stagger drizzily until I get close enough to the cliffside to lean my hand up against it. Then I take a closer look at my surroundings. I'm all alone. There are no traces of the rest of the group anywhere. A little further away, I spot my sword tossed aside in the tall grass. We were fighting in a plain with, like, no grass anywhere. Where the fuck has this turned up from? We're suddenly in a load of mountain? Ah, whatever. That's right, I fell. In all honesty... Oh, you did fall down the mountain. Oh, we are almost definitely fucked. Please say magic exists in this world and there might be a mage to heal us or something. Or a druid. Or a shaman or... Yeah, those are the only classes, aren't they? In all honesty, it's a surprise that I'm even still alive. I fell a long way. I can take a look at my hand. There is some blood on it from the wound on my head, but it seems like the bleeding isn't that bad at this point. Still, I can't stay here like this. Simon. I unconsciously mumble his name. Is he dead? Yes, almost definitely. I shut my eyes and force myself to think of something else. I have to concentrate on getting out of here for now. Besides, I can't hear anything from up above. Maybe they have already moved on in order to regroup and get the ambassador to safety. The ambassador. Yes, if they made it, then that is most likely. It's not certain that they know what became of me anyway. Lady Halliday is an she's not a princess? The hell? I just naturally assumed. Oh, damn me and my assumptions. Ignoring the pain in my left leg, I slowly make my way to the spot where I lost my sword, then I continue forward, hoping to find a way back up the trail we were following. If I can come at least that far, then I may somehow be able to find out where to go next. I stagger along like this for several minutes, trying to get a higher ground, but Progress is slow, and soon the penetrating pain in my head only grows worse. For every heartbeat, a numbing wave rolls through me. Well, look, if it's numbing, it doesn't hurt, right? I mean, you know, your body going numb when you're in extreme pain is almost definitely a sign that you're about to die. But ignore that! Oh, we shouldn't worry, it'll be fine. No. I grind my teeth and try to ignore it, but little does it help, and soon I found my consciousness wavering as well. I can't look here. All strength and feeling leaves my legs, and I slowly sink to the ground. Darkness overwhelms me. Didn't even have time to say no. Pathetic. Hey, a distant, muffled voice, as if someone is calling me from the other side of a thick curtain. Are you alright? Are you calling me? Hey! Ah! As I open my eyes, I find myself staring at a ceiling. Where am I? I'm in a bed. Oh, thank God, we found a druid. It's not a shaman, because there don't appear to be any totems around. What's the other one? Priest. Yeah, there's no religious things around either. Can anyone else heal? Paladin. There's no swords around either. It's got to be a druid. I slowly push myself up and look around. It's a small room, and I'm all alone. Raising my hand to check on the wound on my head again. I feel the soft touch of a bandage wrapped around it. Who did this? Well, a kind passerby. Come on, please be a druid. Come on, let my fantasy dreams be true. Let my fantasy dreams be true. Don't just be some random passerby. Then I gasp at the memories that hit me. Flashes of images from when the dragon attacked, the chaos and the desperation as we tried to rally and fight back. Yes, I know, I was there. I'm not going to forget what happened 10 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. Knights crushed before they realise what is happening, and the deafening sound of the dragon's cries. The last glimpse of a person before I fell was Simon. It was Simon, because we were running over to him. Simon. I realise that I'm trembling. What happened? As my perplexity grows, a new thought makes me look around the room. Almost panicked. My sword! I don't see my sword anywhere. It's been taken from me. I'm interrupted by the sound of the door opening, and I look up to see a stranger bearing a tray enter the room. He looks up and meets my icy stare. Oh, you're awake. You're an elf. You have to be an elf because you have bow and arrows on your back. You have to fit into stereotypes, damn it. Oh, yes. Well done. He walks over to the bed and places the tray on the bed table. There is some bread and a glass of water on top of it. I feel my body grow tense as I instinctively raise my guard towards this stranger. My ribs still hurt a bit, but I ignore it for now. Oh, who needs ribs anyway, damn it? Where am I? My house. He doesn't look at me while giving me his curt answer. He just focuses on the second cup of the tray. It looks like a kind of tea. There's a small bag of something that looks like a herb powder, which he drizzles into the hot water. What is that? Your house. Yeah. Yes, look, I figured out pretty quickly what's happened. I don't care if you've just suffered fatal blows. Yeah, alright, that might be a decent excuse. He finally turns to look at me as if he finishes with the tea. Yes, I found you unconscious and brought you here. You almost died, you know. He speaks to him in a cold, uncaring manner, as if he couldn't care less. Where is my... My gaze falls down on myself, and I realise that I'm wearing an unfamiliar white t-shirt. Underneath, I catch a glimpse of the bandages covering my wounds. What? Relax, I'm not the one who changed your clothes. It was a woman. Fucking hell! You're about to die, you're bleeding, your clothes are probably ripped and balls at this point, and you're gonna worry about a guy changing your clothes? That's the first thing you think of! Women hardly think of sex. I look at him again as he hurriedly blurts out his excuse. Well, that is kind of a relief. Where is my sword? Slightly surprised, he raises an eyebrow as a question. You're not even going to ask for my name or how long you've been here? My sword. He sighs and turns away to focus on the tray again. Not here, I don't want weapons in this house. But, you're not the brightest spark in the light bulb box, are you? What? Eat this. There is some medicine in this cup. Make sure to drink it. Then he turns around and heads towards the door. Hey! But the door has already closed behind him. I once find myself alone, sitting in a bed in an unfamiliar room. He took my sword away, or did he just leave it in the forest? Can I trust him? Can you trust him? You were dying and he brought you back to his house. Of course you can. Fucking hell. This woman was not too trusting, is she? Not even did she even say thank you? I don't think she did. I cast a glance at the cup of water, hot water even, standing on the table next to me. I have no idea what kind of strange powder he put into it. On the other hand, I don't imagine anyone would poison somebody so obviously. However, the smell of warm bread and cheese makes me realise just how hungry I actually am. In the end, I take the bread and leave the tea alone. It's almost definitely like a herbal medicine and we're just ignoring it. We're just like, nah, don't need it. It's late in the afternoon. For a while, I kept searching throughout my surroundings to try and get a clear idea of my current situation. I was thinking of leaving this place behind and go search for my colleagues, but after a while, the pain in my ribs and head had increased. Biting my lip, I had to face the fact that leaving bed and heading out in the unknown would now be foolish. So I leaned back in bed, closed my eyes, and rested. The birds are still singing outside the window. I don't hear any other humans nearby, so it doesn't seem like we're in a town. He's an elf. He doesn't live in towns. He lives in trees. Everyone knows this. Christ, have you never seen Robin Hood? The people in Sherbet Forest are practically elves. Thinking back on the map that we were following through the mountains, this was supposed to be a wild, desolate place without any human settlements for miles. It would have taken another couple of days to travel to cross the mountains, but then a little more before reaching the next town. This is why we chose this route. It made it less likely for us to run into any enemies, but it seems like the wildlife here itself turned against us instead. There is a sound of the door opening and closing somewhere close. Is it the man who brought the food? The silence had given me the impression that he had left the house entirely. Maybe he just got back. I strain my ears and attempt to find out whether he is alone or if he brought someone with him. Hey, look, he could have 2 secret legs he hid because he's a recluse. Never trust anyone. Other than this guy. He's alright, to be fair. It doesn't sound like there is anyone else. That is a... Why is that a relief? Whatever. Before long, the door to my room opens again and the man from before enters. I open my eyes and watch him cautiously. You didn't drink the tea. Where is my sword? Shut up about the sword already. I'm not giving it back to you. What? How dare you? Annoyed, he ignores my protest and walks over to the bed table to pick up the cup with the cold tea. If you don't drink this, the healing process will be much slower and you'll have to stay here for longer. I don't believe that's what any of us hope for. Who are you? Oh, finally! Now you care. He watches me for a second, as if wondering why I suddenly changed my question like that. My name is Tobias. I live here. We will not be shortening your name to Toby. You are Tobias. Where is here? The mountains, I believe. You were already aware of what area you were in where you collapsed. You live here alone? He breathes another deep sigh. Stop being paranoid. I'm not your enemy. I'm not going to call anyone on you. Yes, I live here alone. As far as I know, no one else resides this far up in the mountains. How long was I sleeping? Okay, fine. We're getting to the good questions. Now just don't offend him again and say thank you. 3 days. Holy shit. I see. We both fall silent. Tobias glare at me. Let's not have another fading art, shall we? Tobias glares at me for a moment, as if waiting for something, then impatiently opens his mouth again. And you? What? You never found it appropriate to introduce yourself either. My name is Lena. Without bothering with a response, Tobias takes a tray and turns towards the door. I'll bring him another cup of tea and make sure to drink it this time. The door closes and I'm alone again. With a deep sigh, I lean back towards the back of the bed. Day 2. So what, day 1? We weren't counting my initial fall as day 4. We just skipped those 3 days and thought, fuck it. The rest of the day passed. The next time I reluctantly accepted the tea from Tobias, and although it wasn't the best I had tasted, there wasn't anything particularly wrong about it. It's medicine! What did you expect, cowpole? Fuck, this woman's picky. After spending some more time in that room feeling anxious and not knowing what was going on outside, I made a decision to get up the next morning. I pushed myself out of bed in grimace and pain as I tried to stand on my right leg. Moving slowly and with one hand leaning on the wall, I managed to make my way to the door. Man, this is pathetic. Being weak like this doesn't really suit me. I refuse to just lie still and wait. You are not going to try and break down the door or something like that, are you? Don't do anything stupid, damn it.